Okay, welcome back to the channel. So, I found a new stock, big copper mine, um, and they're quite cheap compared to their net present value, which if you don't know what net present value is, go watch a video on it because it's quite hard to explain. Um, so, I said in my past videos, can anyone find a better market cap to NPV ratio than after tax than FPX nickel? So, I'll put a link below for FPX nickel. So pretty much they got this MPV 13 times the market cap, but if you watch the video below, you'll see that they can double this amount with more drilling. As what happens, they sample rocks on the surface. So they sampled rocks in one area, drilled there, and they got this nice MPV. And they found an area just as good from sampling rocks, and they're going to drill there, and which means they could double this. So I was on the line with this company, and once I discovered they can grow even bigger, I bought in. And also about this company, they're going to be run off hydropower, so it's going to be a very green project for the green revolution. So watch my video below on FPX nickel. It's a great buy. So enough of the FPX nickel, and we'll come into Los Andes copper. So this calculation, their MPV, which could also grow with more drilling, I'd assume, which I haven't looked into yet, is 18 times their market cap. If you do the conversions, going back to US dollars, comparing it like so. So I'll shut that down. And they've got 5 million tons of copper in the ground. So my other company, Hot Chili, it's got about 3 million, aiming to get to 5 million with more drilling. These guys have 5 million, and I assume this could grow if they drill around as well. So a quick thing as well, Chile, these two tectonic plates under the surface ran into each other, caused all this volcanic eruption, and all this lava came up through the ground carrying copper in it. So where it comes up in the ground, they want to find these places where it came up concentrated, and that's where they drill down to get the high grade of copper. So moving along now, they got 5 million tons. I looked at this other Zendu mines one, though. So anyway, come back down to, bear with me 1 second. So this is where I find the company. I was looking at my other stock, Hot Chili, and the enterprise value per ton, dollar value to ton. So the lower it is, sort of the cheaper it is, but there is more factors. So I came across to this one, Los Andes Copper. They got a lot of tons there, and good percentage, and they're quite low. So that's how I came across the stock. And there's some other ones to look at, but just look at the size here. So Hot Chili, I think, is about 3 million tons. They're about 5 million tons. So take that consideration. I might look back at this later to see what else is good. So coming back to here, I think this one is a dud. So here we are, highlights of this copper project. So after tax MPV at 8%, $2.7 billion, and I assume they'll be able to drill around the area and lift this up. But to start, that is just great. So currently working pre-visibility study, though they have a PEA, and at $3.50 a pound of copper. So the copper price goes up, just like FPX nickel. The nickel price can go up, this copper price can go up with the EV revolution as well, keeping it in demand. And these guys got a big resource, so net present value at 8%. So roughly what MPV means is if you spent the money, did this project, paid all your dues, and got the cash at the end, you'd be $2.7 billion off than if you put that cash into the bank at 8%. So that's a quick explanation. Go watch more videos on MPV if you ain't sure. So that's why if you put the cash in the bank at 5%, this would be $4.6 billion better. So obviously, at the percentage means if you put it in the bank and they gave you that many interest. So if this was 1%, this number would be bigger again. And that's sort of how that works roughly. If anyone unsure on MPV. So anyway, I converted this to tons, and that was 5 million thereabouts. What was it? 508 to be exact. So big project. It's going to cost I think 1.8 billion dollars to get off the ground. So big miner's going to have to come in with that money. So basically, if you're buying in now, they'll probably pass this on to a major, and you're buying in and just waiting to get taken out by a major. So that's the risk, but this is a good project. So yeah, that's all I can say. This I might buy into this stock. Not 100% on it yet. Things look good. I might look into look in the comments below, and I'll see if they're going to grow that resource again. Things like this. Anything more, I won't make another video. I'll just put in the comments below. So check comments below or description for any more exciting details on Los Andes copper. And subscribe and like for more, because if I find anything better than this, FPX nickel, for some reason I've got a better feeling about FPX nickel because it's hydro powered, and hydropower is the cheapest power there is, and it's just green. It's just great. So I think in Chile they're aiming to have renewable energy, which will probably come from wind, and they'll be using the mines. But obviously those big trucks have to get use diesel. Though if they're up in the hills and they have to drop the dirt down from the hills, they can actually use a truck that runs on electricity, because when it goes down the hill, it's carrying that big load and it charges the battery, and then it goes up with no load. And look that up, because there is such a thing. You go down the hill with more braking force, recharges the motor, and that's enough to get you back up the hill. And also they have things like excavators where it's like a plug-in vacuum. They run a cord from the excavator, plug it in. Obviously it's a big cord, and that's how you can get a green excavator if you got green renewable energy. So look that up too if you want to. And that's it from me. So stay tuned for any better stocks. And remember, description below, I'll put anything more interesting on this stock. And I'll see you in the next video.